you. Youth. Power. Are we ready for change? Are we ready for change? Change is coming. Thank you very much. Our senior, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's okay. Thank you. Our senior brother and trusted friend, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Auntie Nana, our incoming Vice President, our General Secretary, Fifi Kwete, party leadership that is present here, young people of our country, Ghana, good morning to everyone. We gather here today as a nation in crisis. About 2 weeks ago, the Ghana Statistical Services indicated that 1.4 million youth are without jobs. The unemployment rate for young people stands at 21.7%. Millions of Ghanaians wake up every day not knowing where to go, what work to do, or where their next meal will be coming from. Just last year, a food insecurity report released by the Ghana Statistical Services indicated that about 8.4 million Ghanaians went a day without food. We are all too familiar with the 001 or 100 or 000. This has become a formula that most of us live by. And if you don't understand it, what it simply means is that where one stands for the only meal you have a day. And so if 8.4 million of us went a day without food, what it simply means is that that day was 000. At the same time, the Akufo-Addo government thank you. At the same time, the Akufo-Addo government is pumping millions of cedis. It's pumping millions of cedis into the media to cover their incompetences and to manufacture another version of reality for us. They take all of us as being dumb. And so they pay the media to tell a certain story and change the narrative. Yet every single day we live it and we experience the hardship that this government has bestowed onto all of us. When we tell them our women give birth in hospitals without beds and lights, the president responds by hiring a private jet at $17,000 an hour. When we tell them young people struggle without jobs, they answer you by appointing their friends and families into high places. We cry about increasing food prices every day. They answer by blowing 3.9 million on the importation and buying of condoms. We complain that times are hard and there is no food on the market. We wake up to a scandal of 12 million worth of fertilizer vanishing. We complain about higher rents and they respond by installing 11 air conditions in a 2-bedroom house. And as if that is not enough, the owner of the 2-bedroom house is appointed board chairman, just to tell you that they don't care about you. We criticize them for fuel price increases, and they increase the salaries and allowances of the Ghana Gasoline Manufacturing Company by a whooping 400%. This is what the Akufo-Addo government is giving to all of us. When we cry more, they top it up by blowing $40 million on capacity building for tourism. Young people cry for daily bread, and they give us daily scandals. Not a single day go passes under this government without one scandal being given to us. We elected governments to solve our problems. Unfortunately, this government has become our problem that you and I will have to deal with every day. To make issues worse and to insult us further, when we complained about this untold hardship and we cried out to our Vice President Mahmoud Bawumia, he goes round on stage and plays Onyame Eshrame Ashemu. God has blessed me and you are pained. That is what they give us with this comic dance all over this country. My brothers and sisters, we are very much convinced in our hearts and minds that given the frustrations and hardship being visited on us as young citizens of this country, Alhaji Bawumia and his NPP government is not somebody we can trust and allow to lead this country into the next year. From the ghettos in our communities, through the streets where the boys and girls meet, to the various campuses and halls, through the community of young artisans, creative arts and professional groups, we have observed one thing. The language be very simple. Boys they holla, girls they tire. Our young women have become the worst victims. Today they call it hookup. They don't want to do hookup, but they are frustrated and are struggling, and so they must leave. Colleagues and comrades, young people of this country, we have reached a point where the only thing that matters to this government is not that we are becoming poorer or that countless young people, men and women, have lost hope in the country. The one thing that matters to Akufo-Addo and Bawumia and the NPP is enriching themselves at your expense, erasing the future, even if it means awarding a $34.7 million contract to his daughters. They don't also care if your future means that willing the Achimota forest to friends and families. The worst of it is that they attack and dishonor the memory of our founding father, Dr. Osadefo Kwame Nkrumah, and try to elevate their forebearers at the forefront of our politics. I remember one lawyer said, that when you go across the borders of this country and you mention J.B. Dankwa, they will mistake him for a footballer at best. That is what they know him for. But this government continuously try to run down people like Osadefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the effrontery of it. For the last 7 years, we have watched our democracy decline gradually and accountability thrown to the dogs. According to the 2024 Afrobarometer report, President Akufo-Addo has grown increasingly heavy-handed, stifling the media and eroding the accountability of institutions. Never in the history of our fourth republic have we sunk this low as a country, but all hope is not lost. I believe in our strength and resilience of our young people to alter the course of history. And let me remind all of us, anytime the history of this country has been altered, that charge has been led by young people. And come 7th December, we will lead our charge to alter history. Today we have come here with our brother, our guy, the humble, calm, and responsible and selfless John Dramani Mahama, the man who promises and delivers. The man who presided over one of the best economic conditions under the Fourth Republic. We know that this natural, God-given leader impeded the evil schemes of the nation wreckers who sought to capture the state for their families and business interests. Mr. President, we know that it was for this reason that they procured foreign consultants in 2016 and 2020 to manufacture evil propaganda, half-truths, and barefaced lies to discredit you. We know. We knew it that for them to be able to amass this world for themselves and steal from us, they needed to destroy your reputation. That Ghana was set, we all knew that under your leadership, Ghana was set on the right path. To this dubious end, they rallied self-centered clergymen and women, corrupt, I use the word evil, but civil society groups, and rented media to achieve this agenda. Today, these men of God, religious groups, and civil society have suddenly disappeared and become deaf, dumb, and blind to the wanton acts of corruption, state capture, and untold hardship unleashed on Ghanaians by Baumia and the Akufo-Addo administration. Their hands are now full from the loot they are stealing. But of course, we know that their consultants are at work again. We are serving a cold warning to them, to this nation wreckers, that the Ghanaian youth will not sit idle and watch you do what you did. If you respond with one, we will respond with seven. The honesty and transparency of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama remain unimpeached. He stands tall above all accusations. Indeed, we recollect with great concern and righteous anger the unjustified accusations of corruption leveled against him in the Airbus scandal. Today, we are made aware that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was not involved in any act of corruption. Today we are made aware that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was not involved in any act of corruption concerning the Airbus saga. The special prosecutor, who was appointed by Akufo-Addo himself, after thorough and diligent investigations, cleared President Mahama of any misconduct. President Mahama, congratulations. Yama Uchimpa. Yama Uchirinkwa. Mr. President, we know the many unsubstantiated allegations that were made against you and the NDC. We knew how it weighed heavily on you, but we are grateful to God that with time you have been vindicated. In President Mahama, ladies and gentlemen, we have a leader who promises and delivers. All the many promises he made, he delivered. We have a leader who takes responsibility when there are crises. When the energy crisis happened, he stood before the people of Ghana and accepted full responsibility, even though it was not his making. And he assured the good people of Ghana that he was going to fix it, and he truly fixed it. Ayezu. Now that the economy is broken, now that we are in a mess, we need a fixer. And we know President Mahama is capable and is able of fixing the mess the NPP has left us in. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come here with the man we call the nation builder, John Dramani Mahama, to discuss how we will change and reset the destiny of us young people and Ghanaians at large towards progress. Here is a decent man who will not use disrespectful or unprintable words on his political opponents or ask them to vote for him because he belongs to their religion or kinsman. Here is the Mahama who tolerates even his sworn enemies, critics and opponents, and even breaks bread with them. And today we have heard many of them come out and apologize for all they did and said about him. Dear citizens, that we are in a crisis is not in doubt. However, of greater concern for us is that our democracy is at stake. As we commemorate International Youth Day, we must take stock of how far our country has fallen and appreciate the full extent of the dangers that we face if we do not change course. Young people are losing interest in our democracy. We should remember as young people how we have been robbed of our dignity as human beings and how our future has been stolen from us. More significantly, we must not forget to hold the government accountable for our suffering. And we must do so by joining His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to reset the destiny of our country. You must stand up and be counted as a young person at this material moment. Ghana demands of you your time and devotion. And who better to lead us change this corrupt and inept government than the one who has done some before, Ayebida, John Dramani Mahama. Finally, Uncle John and Auntie Nana, we want to assure you, and the three of us as your youth leaders, together with the many Ghanaian youth out there, promise you that the NDC Youth Wing and the youth of Ghana shall win youth power come 7th December. President Mama and Auntie Nana, I am committed, and I know my two deputies are equally committed. I know the Ghanaian youth is committed. This election is our revolution without a gun. It's a revolution of mind and wit. It's a revolution where the gun will be the ballot, and we'll go out there and vote massively. And we will make sure that that ballot box is protected. And like we always say, the NDC is law abiding. The NDC will do everything because we are the midwives of Ghana's democracy. We will do everything to protect the democracy, but we shall not become the victims of peace. If anybody wants peace, let us all of us sit and negotiate peace. If you draw your dagger, we will draw our dagger. We will do everything as legal and law-abiding citizens. We shall not foment trouble anywhere. But the elections of 2020, Techiman South will not repeat itself again. We shall take power, and I repeat, we shall take power, come what may, through every legal means on the 7th of December. May God bless our hustle as young people. Long live the NDC, long live President Mahama and Auntie Nana, long live Ghana, and long live the Ghanaian youth. Thank you very much.